What's going on, everybody? It's your boy C-Zar, and we are talking about 24 different altcoins today. We're going to be going over the list in just a second, but before we do, I have a couple announcements I want to make. I'm no longer doing requests at an open unlimited amount, right? I'm only doing them 2 requests per person per day. So if you've requested more than 2 and you're wondering why I only did 2 of your requests, it's because I'm taking the first 2 that you've done and putting it on there. Let's say you request 4 and the first 2 you request are already requested on here. I'll do the last 2 then, and I'll do a shout out for you then. But if I can make it work to where all your requests are on there, I will, but it's 2 per person per day essentially. And with that out of the way, I have one more announcement to make, and that is, yes, it's me. I know you haven't seen me with my face shaved, but this is me, okay? It's me. Long story short, I had a mishap with the razor this morning, man, and the razor won. So anyways, we're going to get into the list right now. This is the order of it. I'm not going to leave timestamps. If you want to find the coin that you want to find the TA on the coin that I'm going over, you're going to have to kind of skip around through the video or just watch the whole video. That's always appreciated. The like button is also appreciated. If you hit the like button and subscribe if you haven't already, I very much do appreciate everybody that does that. And without any further of that, let's get into it. We're talking about we're talking about Senate first and foremost for BL Spiegel. Then we'll be talking about Bonk for Diesel Killer, Manta for Elijah Went Up, Punke for Gall, Wojak for David Stevens, Arrow for Silos but on base chain, Wild WLD for Tony Stark, KDA for GB, JUP for KG Overstreet, BYAS for Crypto Vault, PYR for Jordan Bailey, COQ for Mug Music, ANKR for CKLG8PC, HOPR for JG Aesthetics, Mobile for James Thomas, RDNT and ZBC for Ashugarg, IEXEC for HL, AERO and PNG for Joshua Sanker, Big Mike for BDB, STL, XCN for C-Zar is Good Guy, Taraxa for Julio Pina, and finishing it up with Ave for user PQ8. So we got a couple that are, some arguably like higher quality coins, and some that are just off the deep end on the low cap coin list. But we're going to go over all those right now, and without any further ado, let's get this started. So looking at this here, looking at Senate to start it off, definitely had a nice bottom. I like the formation of this low here. Absolutely a nice breakout. You are testing back the previous area that you broke out, so I would almost assume that you see a bounce somewhere in this area. You could go a little bit lower first. It wouldn't be crazy to go to about 9.56 cents, literally right at this 886. You could go all the way down to your 786, even down to your 618 before seeing some kind of reversal and going higher. I would assume, just being that it's crypto, and we're in the middle of a bull cycle, I would assume that you would see higher prices. You wouldn't just go down like this, but you never know with coins like this. I don't know too much about this coin, but if and when it is time to move higher, once you take out that high, I doubt you're going to stop at the 1618. I bet your next target is basically 61 cents, if not more, probably $1.24. And here you are right now at 10.8 cents with the potential to go a whole cent lower or even more. So definitely a good looking one for the short term to get into. Maybe not the right time just yet. I would say it goes a little bit lower. I'm fairly confident in that. So that's Senate. Be a little patient on it if you've bought into it. Be a little patient on it if you're looking to buy into it. Either way, it'll merit higher prices soon, and it'll also merit lower prices even sooner than that, but not significantly lower, I wouldn't think. Anyways, we're talking about Bonk now. Bonk, yeah, Diesel Killer. I don't remember, man, if I talked about. I feel like I talked about it recently, but I feel like it was at someone else's request. So maybe since you've requested, I missed it. I don't know how I missed these requests, man, on the Discord. I swear I get all of them, but sometimes I read things and I reply, I leave a comment, and then it distracts me. I'm easily distracted, as you guys might have figured out by now. Let's look at it on this, actually. Jesus Coin, by the way, doing crazy things, you guys. I'm going to make a Jesus Coin video later for anybody interested. Bonk, yes. Okay, so my predictions with Bonk were that we would see a 382 retracement ever since this week here. I mean, probably not even at the actual end of the week. I don't know. I think it was since we took out this high, probably like this day or so, I've been bullish on it. Cautiously bullish, still leaving it open that we could go down here. We could see some kind of double top and still go back down. That is some pretty wicked bearish divergence you have, but man, it's bearish divergence. That was loud. It's bearish divergence until it's not. If you keep building and this RSI goes up, I mean, it doesn't have to be fulfilled that way. But anyways, Bonk's looking good. This 382, 50's 382 price at the 382 is relinquished. I do think that we're going to go higher. You might be breaking out to new highs right now, man, honestly. Daily RSI is very hot. I don't know if it's a good time to buy here. You are at your previous all-time high, so you might see a little bit of a pullback. Seeing that kind of maneuver, pulling back a little bit, is not crazy at all. Let's see, especially from this area. You might pull back to about 4 zeros, 2 1, something like that, and then continue higher, but you might not, man. You might just do a straight breakout right now. But with how hot you are on the RSI, I would like to see you cool off a little bit before you break out, because you do run the risk then of breaking out, being even hotter, and then really needing a pullback, like a pretty substantial pullback, and you'd be breaking out past your all-time highs, coming back down. That's a fake out. That's not a good look. So I would like to see you kind of cool down for a second here, maybe over the coming week, few days, however long it takes for this RSI to come back down at least to this level, if not somewhere in the purple, and then move up from there. I'd like to see that. So for the time being, I am looking for a little bit of downside, but ultimately more upside to come. Yeah, I don't know. It looks like it wants to go up right now, though. So who cares? Who cares what I think? It does on the 4-hour look like it wants to go up right now. But I would like to see a rejection from this area. It would make me sleep at night better for all the bonk holders out there that this will be a more sustained move up. But who knows, man? Maybe it just does it and it doesn't care. Maybe it just goes all the way up and it doesn't care about the RSI. But anyways, that's bonk. Let's talk about Manta, M-A-N-T-A, Manta. Manta on Binance. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, so on a daily perspective, I would say it wants to go down. It's being fairly boring while most cryptos are being exciting, right? You slipped a little bit. I think you want to go lower. I don't know if you go below this wick, but I definitely do think you're going lower. Let's see, top or bottom to top here. It's hard to say. It's hard to say how low you're going to go. Like, are you going to go below these lows? Are you going to go below $2.57? Maybe. You might hold that area as support. You might go down there and find it as support, but you really could go all the way back down to like 213. It's hard to say. I'm not too confident really on this one. All I can say is it does look like it wants to go lower. Probably wait for this to interact with the oversold zone, and that could be a couple ways, right? Looking like you're rejecting off the 50 for one right there, okay? But interacting with it could be like a bounce somewhere in it, somewhere even like right off it is what I was actually trying to draw. You could bounce off the 40 area like you did here. That would be a good look as well. Or maybe you go deeper into it and then you have to, it probably won't bounce just like that. You'll probably, if you were to go deeper into it, you'd probably see some kind of move where it's like that, and then move up. But I think it wants to go down. I do. I don't know how far down, but I think it wants to go down. And really, if you're paying attention to the daily RSI, once you're oversold, that'll be, or even like near that area, below the 40, that'll be areas that you're probably looking to find your low. But that's Manta. Sorry I couldn't be more specific. I think it looks like it wants to go down for now. Punke. Let's see. Top to bottom. At your 618, 69 right now, looking good. Overbought on the daily, looking good, very strong. Decent volume coming in too. Yeah, it looks good. I want to see what this one looks like top to bottom here. Let's see. Seeing some expected extensions, yeah. You could find a momentary high here, sure, but like momentary as in like like this day was a momentary high, and then the next day you went up. You know, it's not going to be long lived. I do think you want to continue higher. I mean, you just got overbought on your daily. I would expect some follow through, especially with this volume. So probably a more immediate pullback, like talking about right now. You do have some bearish divergence on your 4-hour RSI. Yeah, you probably pull back. You're at 65 cents. Watch you pull back to about 53, 54 cents, maybe even 58, 59 cents, something like that. Around this like little consolidation phase that you had here, pull back either to the top or right in the middle of it, and then continue higher. That's my thoughts for Ponke. And where are you going to go whenever you go higher? Where are you going to go? Depending on how you handle this 61869 area, which it looks like you're handling it well. You could go up to 8 cents, maybe 9.5 cents. You might be making a move right now all the way up to 18.2 to 23 cents, even 32.6 cents. So it's kind of hard to say. Definitely a lot of potential in this thing, but I would first look to that 8 to 9.5 cent area. And once you close above that 886, these prices here are almost a I would say they're a strong likelihood at that point. They're probably even likely right now, honestly. But once you close above 9.46, 9.48 cents on a daily basis, when you close above that, this area becomes much more likely. Much more likely. It's already pretty likely with the look that you've got. But anyways, that's Ponke. Let's talk about Wojak. Man, the names for these cryptos are awesome. Let's see. Wojak is killing it right now. Wow. Let's see. Up last week 132%, already off to a good start. Up 18% this week. Looking like you want more. Yeah. Wow. Looking good. Yeah. I like the volume. I like the RSIs. Top to bottom, you're at your 1272. You could stop here. Sure. You could keep going. You absolutely could keep going. I mean, I almost would think you do. Yeah, I think you do. I don't think you stop here. I mean, the 1272 is a common area to touch and then pull back a little bit, but look at what you did. You broke above your 100 level, back tested the 886 already. I think you're going up at least to your 1414, which is at 3094. Here you are at 3079 right now, so a little bit higher, if not all the way up to 2012. So higher, and then you probably cool off for a second or two, like a few days or a few weeks or who knows how long, but higher for now is what I think with Wojak. Like in the more immediate term, like right now, literally. Arrow, oh right, this is on, you want to look it up on a different one. Arrow. And you said, what is it on? On base chain. I don't know what, let me see, let me look up what base chain's symbol is. Base chain. Is there not? I don't know how to find it on base chain there, Silos. Is this base chain? Which one of these symbols is base chain? Oh, hold on, guys. Man, that's what I get for starting to load a laundry right before I made a video. Anyways, got the washing machine right over there, but it's normally not loud, but that's because it's normally not on. But anyways, let's see. I don't know, man. Silos, I'm taking a guess here, man. But this is on Circle, right? Like isn't that what this is? This is Circle. Oh no, that's not Circle. That's something else. I don't know which one would be base chain. That doesn't look like it's base chain. Base God. Where's that? I don't know, man. I don't know. All right, Silos, we're giving it a shot. I really don't know, man. Here we are. Looking bullish. Looking very bullish. Yes, it might cool off for a second here. That's some nice volume for sure. Let's put on a relative strength index. Relative strength index. Here we go. All right. Man, you've cooled off kind of already. You could be getting ready to move up another leg here. You really could. I don't know. Yeah, I think you are. I think you're getting ready to move up more right now. I don't know how much higher, to be completely fair. I really, I have no accurate way of guessing, because I mean, you're already so deep into this, man. $1.17, $1.81, maybe. Don't expect too much off of these deeper extensions. They're not always respected, but sometimes they are, especially whenever you don't have a lot to go off of. I mean, it didn't really respect any of these fibs, just broke straight through it. Yeah, I don't know, man. Probably above 80 cents. You're at 47 cents now. Maybe all the way up to $1.17, $1.81. Who knows? But it looks like it wants more. That's my genuine opinion. So that's that. WLD on Binance. Bearish divergence, but you're consolidating. Really what you have is, it looks like bearish divergence, but you have a low here and a lower low. It's hidden bullish divergence. You've got ascending lows with this kind of flat looking top. Man, I'm under the impression that you want to go higher as well, honestly. I really hope, you guys, I really hope that while I'm making this video that background noise is not too distracting or too loud, because man, it's really loud for me. But hopefully this mic, I mean, I'm sure it's picking it up, but hopefully it's not too distracting, because that definitely was unexpected, man. Let's see here. So you're at the 1618, 1414 area. I think you want to go higher, man. Yeah, I do. I think you do. You probably want to go up to about 1383. Man, you're at $8.12. Yeah, 1383 or higher is where you're going. I think so. A little move up, consolidate, and then continue to move up. Yeah, volume's dying off, and that's okay because you're just in a consolidation range. As volume dies off, when you start to build volume again, that's when you're going to break out. Hopefully it's to the upside, because if you break out to the downside, we'll see you down at about $4.34, if not at the low or at the highest $6, you know, something like that. But I genuinely do think you're going to go higher. So that's WLD. Let's talk about KDA now. KDA, Cadena. There we go. It turned off. Hopefully that wasn't too bad for you guys. Because I don't know how it sounds, man. I know how it sounds here, but I don't know how the mic works. Because generally, if I'm talking, it'll pick up what I'm saying over what the background noise is, but you'll still hear it. I won't know how it sounds until after, so I'm hoping it's not bad. Top to bottom, 1272 hit, tipped it. Bearish divergence presenting itself, but it's not confirmed. Decent volume. Whatever, it's not terrible volume. Really strong looking RSI. Yeah, you probably do pull back from here. In the more immediate term, you probably do pull back to your 100 area around $1.42, maybe to $1.22 itself, $1.42 to $1.22, somewhere in that range, and then you continue higher. That's what I'd be looking for. So that's my opinion of that. Yes, moving up with decreasing volume on a 4-hour, I guess that's not too encouraging. So yeah, you probably do pull back to here. If I was looking to buy this thing or like load up more for like the next leg up, I'd probably do it at around like $1.45, $1.42 personally, even though I expect that you'd probably see this 886 zone. It's very, very common, but probably down and then further up. That would be my guess, my genuine guess. Yeah. Yes. We'll see how the rest of this week turns out. Because if this week closes red, you could be due for a more substantial reversal than that. But I'm not really too sure that that's going to happen. JUP USD on Kraken. Yeah, I don't know about that one. Very new. Let's look it up on Dex Screener. JUP. Jupiter. Yeah. My cat, man, he's being really needy right now. All right, this is the one on Kraken then. Here we go. Daily's not really too much to look at. It's very new, very, very new, so it's kind of hard to say. I do like the the very short amount of time that you have. I do like the way that this bottom looks. It looks rather friendly, I'm not going to lie. RSI doesn't look bad. I mean, you probably do move down more immediately, but you're probably not going to go below like 56 cents and then continue higher. I do think you want to continue higher. Daily RSI is postured in a strong way. 1 hour looks resilient as well. Yeah, I do. I think you want to move higher, but just more in the immediate term, probably a little bit lower, like 58 to 56 cents, somewhere in that area, probably. That's JUP, and then up from there. Where are we at? BYAS. Where are we at here? And yeah, Crypto Vault. I tried in one of these videos that I did like 2 or 3 days ago, over the weekend. I tried talking about 100 coin, and from what I could find on it, it's really not worth talking about. This one too, man. Like what's up with these? Are not. I hope that you're not like a scammer. You know, I'm not trying to call you out or like insult you or anything like that. But like, you know, $51, man. The other one had $8 in 24 hours. Like, I don't even know if we actually could find the other one. Maybe I'm thinking of something else. I don't know what to say, man. I don't like this. 51, like, you had $51. Like, it's manipulated. I would stay away from it. You know. And yeah, it might be the next biggest thing, man. Maybe it's the next biggest thing in the whole world of crypto. But as of right now, too risky. You want to put money in it, you want to mess with something like this, put money that you don't care to lose, because you probably will lose it with something like this. You're not going to be able to buy, I mean, shit, man. Sorry for my language. Like, literally, hold on, BYAS. $51. If you try to put $10 into this thing, you are 20% of the 24-hour volume. You're not going to be able to find the price you want to buy or to sell. So I would just stay away from it, man. 3 months ago, 3 days, I don't care, man. Low liquidity things are not my cup of tea, and they shouldn't really be anybody's. I would stay away from it. So Crypto Vault, if you're not a scammer, then you've got very poor taste in cryptos, my friend. And I promise you, I'm not trying to insult you. I'm speaking very bluntly here. But that's my genuine opinion of this and of 100 coins. Stay away. Just stay away from both of those. I don't have any interest at all. I don't think anybody should, for what it's worth. PYR, USD. Let's see here. Vulcan Forged. It's a cool name, gotta say. Oh yeah. Oh, there we go. Dude, that's a nice look. Vulcan Forged for sure, dude. This is looking good. Long phase of accumulation. Very long phase of accumulation, right? Since May of 2022 until October of 2023, a very long amount of time. Solid breakout, moved above it, right? Consolidated above it, and you literally found support right at the highest points of this accumulation zone. This is textbook. This is very bullish behavior. Like, very, very bullish look, man. Where's it going to go? I don't know. I want to know. Let me see real quick. Hold on. Yeah, look, there's all the volume. There's all the volume. Because on the USD chart, there's no volume, but on the USDT chart, there it is, right? So, I really don't know what to do as far as fibs go here. I feel like that's not a good high to take it from. Hey, but you hit that, okay, it's respecting it, so that's all that matters. $34, man. You're earmarked for $34. And sure, there will probably be stops along the way. You'll stop around $12, $13, $15.50, stuff like that, the high itself. But I think you're in the process of a greater move up here. I want to look at this real quick, because sometimes coins like this, they can look good, but if they're printing off a bunch of coins, right, then no, not really. I mean, they're not completely diluted, but let's see here. It looks fine. It looks fine. Yeah, man. $34 to $69. You're at 8.5 right now. Good job on Vulcan coin. It looks ready to go. Is it going to happen this week? Is it going to happen next week? Is it going to happen in 2 or 3 months from now? That's a good question. You know, you absolutely could consolidate more, but when the time comes, you're going to see explosive behavior. That's for sure. That's PYR. I'm sorry, I can't give a more definitive estimate on how long it's going to take. You know, if I had to be more clear, I suppose I would look for a week to close above $9.11. I'll be right back, guys. I got to go check on something again, man. All right. All right. I was in the middle of saying once you close above this 618, that'll be a sign that you're getting ready to move higher, and probably ultimately up to these extended areas here. How long will it take to get up there? I don't know. It could be explosive just like this was. It might take more time. You might, explode initially and then consolidate again for a little bit and then move up more. Like, it doesn't have to just be a straight line, but ultimately I think that's where you're headed, is $34 to $69, and that's PYR. Let's move on to COQ. Kakinu. It's a clever name, man. Very clever name. Let's see. That one's got the most volume, so we're going to do that. Yeah, looking good. Looking pretty good. I mean, I would like to see today close above the 618, because actually, honestly, if not, this little 6-9 rejection, it can definitely put a halt in things for a second. You might come all the way back down here. You might find resistance or support right down here, either of these two areas. But if you can close above this 618, then this little tip off the 6-9 wouldn't look as potentially like bad. It's not that it would even be bad. It would just put a halt in things for the time being. Very overbought on the RSI. You can absolutely get more overbought. Let's look at the 4-hour. Yeah, there's bearish divergence, but not technically at the same time, because this high is higher than that high. This high is higher than that high. That's not bearish divergence. You could be right now finding support on the 618. Man, I actually like it. I do. I think you want to go higher. I think so. 5035, 50389, potentially all the way up to your extension zones. I mean, breaking through, and I would argue that this is your first pass on the 618. Breaking through it like that, that's a pretty good look, man. It's a pretty damn good look. That would put a likelihood for 5053, 5065 on the table. Here you are at 50294. So yeah, I think it wants to go higher. That is COQ. Let's talk about Anchor, ANKR. Let's see here. Accumulation zone, looking like you want to break out of your accumulation zone. When is the question? And I don't have that answer, but it's looking like it wants to happen soon, man. Closing above your 382 is significant. The last time you did this, you did reject, but different circumstances right now, right? Coming off a double bottom here, a little Adam and Eve double bottom out of your accumulation range. Really, the thing that you want to look for is a weekly close above 4.8 cents. And yeah, probably 4.855 really. Getting above that green line would be nice as well. The volume doesn't look like it's there, but let's see. Go on a bigger exchange. It's still not there, but I mean it's there relatively speaking, just not like in the grand scope of things. Let's look at the daily. Yeah, volume's there. You could pull back from here before pursuing higher prices. I feel like I can't talk, man. I don't know what's happened, but like the past few days I can't. I think it's the sleep, man. I really do. I think it's the lack of sleep. You can always tell if I've got a lack of sleep if you can see that this eye is red. For some reason, I've noticed that. It's been something that I've only noticed since I've done this channel, man, is that the lack of sleep, the more red the eye gets for whatever reason. 1618 hit. Man, you're not giving me a whole lot, are you? You look really bullish, Anchor. Yeah, you look like you want to move up higher, man. You're at 4.089 cents right now. We'll probably move up to 5.55 cents soon. And at that point, I would think you're getting ready to break out of this, and you might see a move that respects this overall fib here, which would take you up to 7.676 or 9.314 cents in that range. That's where I think you're headed. Now, how long is it going to take? It could take months. It could take weeks. You guys know, you've seen it over the past week with these breakout moves across the crypto space. Some things just pump really hard like that. But relatively speaking, in a short amount of time, probably before June, you will be up there. And I know it's March. June sounds like such a long time from now. But man, I'm talking about doubling your price in the course of like not even half a year. Like that's really not a long time at all. That's pretty good results. But for crypto, that is kind of long, I suppose. So maybe it does happen sooner than that. I don't know. But I think it looks good. I think it wants to move up. If it moves down from here, it's going to be minute, very small amounts. HOPR is the next one. JG Aesthetics said he likes it, but he's not as big about it as he is on Onyx Coin. Oh, let's see. Yeah, we'll just use Coinbase. Very bullish, yeah. But this potential divergence does scare me. I don't like the difference, the major difference that you have in volume here. It's nice volume, you know, compared to all of it, but this move here, it's like phase 1 consolidate, phase 2. I'd like to see more volume, and you did not get that. Relatively similar size in candles too. A little bit smaller here, but that's way smaller volume. Top to bottom, 1272, 1414. Pretty hot on the RSI. I don't know what to think of this thing, man. The chart does look weird to me. It's a very weird looking chart. That doesn't mean it's bad. I don't have enough data really to make an assumption. Like this it's so new. It could pull back a lot from here and still look fine, right? Like you could pull all the way back down to 9, just below 10 cents, and then make a run that's just as explosive as this up to new highs. It's really hard to say. The daily is really hot. I wouldn't want to put my money in right now. 4-hour moving up, bearish divergence presenting itself, though it's not confirmed. Volume is dying off, however, that much is confirmed. 2 hours, 10 minutes left in this, man. Maybe not. Maybe the volume is building. It's really hard to say. I'd like to see more data before I really make a decision, honestly. So at the moment, I would say I expect it to go a little bit higher, maybe even higher than this high, but probably you do pull back at some point, maybe down to 10 cents, maybe down to around 13 cents, something like that. If I was looking to get in, I wouldn't do it here. I'd wait personally, but watch me say that and it just goes all the way up here. You know, there's really no way of knowing, at least not in my opinion. Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know. That's the best I got for Hopper. That's the best I got, man. I would wait. I would just wait for a pullback if you're looking to get in on this. it might present it. You are in the expected area of extensions, both on this low or this high here to this low, that high to this low. You're right there. So if you were to go higher, maybe 22 cents is the highest that you go, but you probably do see some kind of significant pullback. Again, 13 to 10 cents sounds about right to me. So that's HOPR. Let's talk about mobile. Man, I thought this was a stock. I thought mobile was a stock, actually, but it's not. It is a crypto. I think I've talked about this one before. Maybe not, because it's super new. Maybe not, actually. Okay, it's not that new. All right. Looks good. It's very new, but it looks good. Accumulation range broke out, back tested, positive reaction out of it. You probably do want to move higher, probably. I'd be looking for a 0051 to 00586 area. That's my genuine opinion. That one wasn't too bad. Looking like it wants to reach for higher prices, that's for sure. RDNT, isn't this? Yeah, I was about to say it's Radiant Capital. We'll do Binance. Can I do USDT? Is that fine? Yeah, that's good. Okay. Really bullish weekly. Really bullish weekly, that's for sure. You are at a point where it wouldn't be crazy for you to turn around. Looking at the price, you've got this kind of direct uptrend like that. I mean, just you're in this channel, right? You're at the top. You probably come back down. It's not too hard to assume. You're overbought on the RSI. You've been there for a few weeks now, more than a few weeks, about a month, right? It wouldn't be crazy at all. Looking like you want to reject off the overbought zone. This would merit some bearish divergence as well. Volume is slowly dwindling as you're moving up. All the right signs are there for exhaustion, temporary exhaustion. But again, I mean, the lowest you go, it's not even oversold. So you probably do pull back a little bit. Let's see. Let's do a relative fib here. Low to high. Assuming that's the high. I mean, yeah, man. Right below your 382, classic. That's very classic fib behavior. And that would fit very well with this. So you probably do. Over the next month or two, you just continue to move down and then you move up. You're range bound for a little bit until you're not. And you'll probably what you'll do is you'll stay in this channel until you get near your highs, and then once you're near your highs, you'll break out probably to the upside. Anyways, that's Radiant. ZBC? Is it ZBC? I think it's CBC. Accumulation range right now. Definitely in a range of accumulation. You could go a little bit higher. You probably do want to reach for the upper limits of this thing. Once you get a week to close above 1.7629 cents, once you get a week to close above there, I'll be convinced that you are seeing a more explosive reaction. And you probably do move up to this previous high, probably somewhere within that range or higher even. You're at 1.55 right now. If you close above 1.7629, you'll see 3.64 to 4.26 cents, that area, in a very short amount of time. And likely you won't stop there. You'll continue to move higher. But let's see. Let's look at the daily. Overbought. Very, very overbought. But it looks good. It looks like it could continue. 4 hour looks good. It looks like it wants immediate continuation. Yeah, so I think you are going higher. Based off of this fib here from top to bottom, I would say 1.93 to 2.36 cents is where you're going. That 1272 to 1618. So we'll see you there. With a close of today above this 886, that'd be like the last nail in the coffin to finalize that these prices are coming rather immediately. And then again, prices up there could result in a week to close above this weekly high close here, and that would result in far higher prices. So and I want to be clear, just in case I'm not clear. If you close above this weekly high, okay, which is just below this line here, let's say you go all the way up here and you close below this line, that does not mean you have to go there right then and there that next week. You could consolidate a little bit. You could have a day where you slip down and pull right back up. It doesn't. Don't be scared if it doesn't just go there immediately. It wouldn't be crazy if you went there immediately too, but if you get a close above here, The reason why that's significant is it more or less signals that you are getting ready for a move higher. Getting ready could take a day, it could take a week, it could take a month, but soon, relatively soon, you will see a move that takes you far higher, above 3.5 cents, above 4 cents even. So look for that. Look for that close on a weekly basis above 1.857 cents. I felt like it was a different number. I like that number better though. I think that makes more sense to me. Yeah, close above there, and things are going to get really good. For now, I do think you want to go up in the more immediate term. So let's just see how the week closes. Let's see how the weeks close. But yeah, CBC, that's that. IEXEC. Okay, RLC. Binance, always coming in clutch. All right, we'll use this. Pay no attention. I mean, don't pay no attention to the volume, but these are probably inaccurate readings, being that they have the tether pair, which I'm going to try to find again. Right here, you know, more volume here. It looks like there's more volume here, above average volume at least, right? Where here, it doesn't look like above average volume. So anyways, on a monthly, this thing's been around for a little bit. Actually, man, this has been around for a while. Wow, that's nice to see. Hasn't broken out to new all-time highs, and that's okay. You got your 618, 69 area, kind of. I mean, I guess you're not there, but you're reaching for that. I think you want to go higher. Yeah, look at you, looking good. Yeah, you slipped a couple times, whatever. You have higher lows on a closing basis, lower lows on the RSI. Daily RSI looks very bullish, very constructive. Higher lows and higher highs, yes. Where are you bouncing from? You're bouncing right off the 60. This thing wants to go higher, like today, man. If it goes lower today, if you see any red today, it's going to get bought back up. I would bet money that you're going to see prices above $4.68, 65 cents, potentially all the way up to $5.90. Here you are at 380. Yeah, you're going to move up. You're going to move up $1 or $2 soon. Like this week, probably. And if not this week, I mean, over the coming weeks, but I think right now you're consolidating before your next move up, right? Kind of like this here, and then up. It might be smaller, and then up. I don't know. It could be the same amount of time, but consolidating for a little bit and then moving up. And I think right here, that was like your low day. I think you're moving up from here, genuinely. Yeah, 4-hour bounce right off the oversold zone. Let's see how you do, but I think it wants to go up from here. Yeah, 61869 is probably where you're going. That would make sense to me. So that's RLC. Let's talk now about, where is it? Oh, that's right, AERO. I know we already talked about this one, but I don't know what chain I did it on before, but we're doing it now on regular exchanges, where we have even less historical data. Looking like it wants to consolidate. Yes, it is consolidating now. We're waiting for a breakout point. Right? You're in a symmetrical triangle here, a pennant, whatever you want to call it. If you break out to the upside, great. You're going to have some glory. If you break out to the downside, it's okay. You're going to take a break, rest for a second. Let's see here. Looking at, I want to take this low. Come on, there we go. Yeah, you might want to pull back to 29.8 cents, which I feel like might be conflicting, because didn't I say that it looked bullish on the other one? But maybe that's how it happens. I don't know. I want to say I was looking for it to be bullish, but maybe immediately I was looking for it to go down. Is that sound right? Am I making that up? I don't know. You could bounce from this area. I don't know. It's hard to say. They're essentially the same thing. I would just say let's wait for a breakout. to get our real heading. You know, if you break this structure, and it's a very clear looking structure, right? If you break this triangle to the upside with some volume, you're going to go up. If you break it to the downside with some volume, you're probably going to go down. And I would think that you would at least go to 40 cents, if not more probably 29.8 cents. And then we could talk about you moving up. You had a very strong move up, pulling back here, and then moving up to those targets I was talking about in earlier, up at like $1.17 potentially to $1.81. Who knows how high it's going to go? It could go less high than that, more high than that. I wouldn't trust this fib too much. It's very new, you know, but if it were to move down, I think those targets up above are still there. It's just it might take more time. First, it's going to consolidate a little bit more and then move up. But this chart, a little bit more focused, I am kind of bearish on it actually. I want to say it breaks out to the downside, but I can be wrong. I've been wrong before. I'll be wrong again. The 1 hour doesn't look bad. 4 hour and 3 hour are not that encouraging, and the daily's hot, but you are at an area where it wouldn't be crazy to bounce. And then you could move up higher, get a higher high while having a lower high in your RSI. Bearish divergence to form your top. It's a storybook ending. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. I'm one way or the other with this thing. I really don't know. The shorter term, the 4 hour and the 3 hour make me think it's going to go down, but this 4 hour still has an hour and 58 minutes left in it. The 3 hour still has 2 hours and 58 minutes left, so a lot can change in that amount of time. So we'll see. We'll see, man. PNG, Pangolin. Sorry I couldn't be more concise on that one, but it's not an easy one in my opinion. Maybe it is for some people. I don't know. Top to bottom. 2886, 2618, 2272 area. Ooh. Very, very hot on your weekly RSI. I don't think you have much more growth in you, man. This is a meme coin though, so I mean, I'm pretty sure it's a meme coin with a name like Pangolin. So don't underestimate it. I forget who said it in the comments, but they're like, I had to learn the hard way to not underestimate meme coins, and I think that's all of us, man. It's the name of the game, man. They do ridiculous things. I would think you want to pull back to 32 cents, potentially down all the way to 17.5 cents. Here you are right now at 45 cents, so I do think you want to move lower before moving higher. You don't have to, but you've hit some deep extensions, man. Like real. Well, hold on now though. Those deep extensions did come from this. I stand by it. Yeah, probably around 28 cents is probably where you go. 28, 35, 20 cents, somewhere in that range. That's probably where you're going to go, and then up from there. That's my best guess for this thing. So that's Pangolin. We're going to talk about Big Mike here. I've tried talking about this one before. Oh, hey, it's out now. All right. Oh, hey, I definitely tried talking about it before 25 days ago, though maybe it just wasn't listed. All right, Big Mike is doing some big green things right now, looking good on the volume. Let's see, how much volume are we representing actually? Big Mike. Not a lot, but not a little. It's more than $54, that's for sure. I can't really do TA on something like this either, man. It's just a guessing game. Okay, so what I can say is you are building volume where it counts. You're consolidating now, so it's okay that your volume's kind of dying off. If you see more volume come in, sorry guys, if you see more volume come in, then you could go higher, but you do have bearish divergence presenting itself. It is confirmed more or less. You haven't had the results of it yet. You could move up higher first and get another drive of bearish divergence, which would ultimately pull you back. You're at 6.7 cents. It would probably pull you back to that 2.12 cent area. Not an easy one. The 1 hour looks good. The 4 hour looks good. I think you do want to go higher in the more immediate term, but don't be surprised. Don't be surprised if you do inevitably get a pullback to this 2 cent to 2.2 cent area. That's Big Mike. And when I'm saying that pullback down there, it'll probably be after this next move up. That's my best guess. But anyways, unless this next move up is just insane. If you're at 6 cents now, I mean, if this thing just pumps ridiculously, then maybe you don't pull back to 2 cents. for a while. But anyways, that's Big Mike to the best of my abilities. It's harder to do technical analysis on things that really don't have a history. I'm sorry, guys. I keep hearing things. I just want to make sure my daughter's not awake. All right. XCN for, all right, let's see. XCN. You know, I talked about this one yesterday. C-Zar is a good guy, so I'm not going to go too in depth with it, but I do think it looks nice. I think that it looks like it wants to break out. You've kind of got a cup and handle pattern here. It does look like it wants to break out to higher prices. Top to bottom here, I mean, we're talking about 0042 to 0059. Potentially, because this is kind of a smaller fib range, you could be moving up to 1 cent, 1.5 cent, 2 cent in a very short amount of time. You know, you're here at 0.0024 cent right now, so, or 25. Yeah, you can see a very explosive move in a very short amount of time. But I do think it wants to go higher. All that to say, I do think it wants to go higher. I'm bullish on the daily RSI. I'm bullish on the weekly RSI. I'm bullish on the 4-hour. It all looks good. So more immediate term definitely does want to go up. Look for a day to close above 0.00278. When you get a day to close above there, that's how you'll know that it's really gearing up for more bullish immediate price action. That's XCN. Let's talk about Taraxa. This is one that I've actually kind of been curious of, because we talked about it before. It made some people, shout out to Average Jane if she's watching this. I know that she made some money with this thing. I'm sure some other people in the Discord did as well. But I'm fairly positive she's the one that was like killing it with this thing. Yeah, massive pump back here, man. 548%. And then it continued. You're doing all the right things, man. I mean, okay, so here, your low point, literally at these previous areas of resistance, previous areas of support, that's a good look. Weekly high close here, that's your low point there. It's very constructive, very, very constructive. I definitely do like it. I wonder if it's on KuCoin here. We're not getting a whole lot of volume, but that's okay. You're consolidating. You don't need a whole lot of volume right now. I'd like to see more volume as you build higher. But for right now, I guess you don't need it. Top to bottom here. Yeah, I think you want to go up to about 3.18 cents. Here you are at 1.33 cents, probably around there. Around this area of resistance here, that wouldn't be crazy at all. You could go higher even to these areas of resistance as well. Somewhere right between the 1618, 1886, anywhere from 3.2 cents to 4.5 cents would be my estimated target. Yeah, it all looks good to me. 4-hour looks a little bit iffy. But everything else looks good. I don't know. If you get below this 618, then we're going to have some trouble. If you get back below 0.008916 on a closing basis on a daily, then you're in some trouble. So don't do that. But as of right now, I like it. I think it looks good. Wants to go up higher and potentially like doesn't even stop where I was saying it stops, right? It could go far higher than that. It could. I don't know. Very nice bottom down here. It's an Eve and Adam, which I always talk about Adam and Eves, but Eve and Adams are actually more bullish than Adam and Eves. The reasoning that I have for that is because atoms themselves, they're like V-shaped patterns, right? V-shaped recoveries, V-shaped patterns are some of the more bullish structures that you see in charts. So, and this in itself is a pretty bullish structure too. The Eve is as well, but when you get them paired together, it's very bullish. But the reason I think that an Eve and Adam is more bullish than an Adam and Eve is because you're finishing off with a V pattern. So it's more momentum, I suppose. But that's Taraxa. And let's finish this bad boy up with Ave, man. If I seem low energy, guys, trust me, it's because I am. But I'm in good spirits, man. I'm in good spirits, but. Enough of that. I feel like I complain sometimes. I don't mean to. Top to bottom, at your 382, rejected there, found the 236 for support, moving up higher, looking good. Yeah, it wants to break out soon, man. Nothing new really. I feel like I'm talking about compound before it broke out, right? Nothing new until we break out. And I mean, okay, let's be fair. Technically, last week you did close above this weekly high. You're breaking out right now, man. You're potentially right now in the middle of a breakout. Yeah. You do have bearish divergence presenting itself, but I don't think it's going to merit anything too dramatic to the downside. I think you're going higher. I do. I don't like the dying off of volume as you're moving up, though. That's not encouraging. Let's look at this on Binance. USDT. Yeah, it's not encouraging, man. I don't like the dying off of volume, but it doesn't have to be perfect to still be bullish, but maybe you're not ready to break out yet. Maybe I spoke too soon. Maybe you're not ready to break out yet. Soon, very soon. And watch this week come in with a lot of volume and a big move to the upside anyways. Watch it happen. But I really do like this 382 rejection, 236 bounce. I really do like that. The next time that you come up to this 382, I would expect it breaks, and when it does happen, you're going to go up to 239 to 290, that area, in a very, very short amount of time. That's the target, the minimum target zone, if not higher. And you're at 111 now, so that's pretty good stuff. You know, this is a perfect example of something that, like, while all these other coins are being exciting, this one's kind of boring. It's in its little bubble. When that bubble pops, it's going to be exciting. And then all the ones that are exciting right now that are doing stuff like this, they're going to consolidate. They're going to be in their bubble while this thing's taking off. So don't sleep on it, but it just, you know, it might not be ready right now. It might be ready in a week, in 2 weeks, in a month. Who knows how long it takes, but that's it, man. That's all I got for you guys. If you like the video, hit that like button. Subscribe if you want to see more. Thank you all for coming. There was one on here that had me interested. I mean, I know I like XCN. I know I do like that, but I forget which one it was. There was one that had me interested. I can't remember. Maybe it was Wojak. I don't know. I don't think that's right. Anyways, I'm not going to name a winner because I got all distracted from multiple things today. I can't remember which one looked the best, but I think Aave does look pretty good. I think that I think Bonk is looking pretty good right now as well. Arrow obviously is looking good as well. Anchor, maybe it was Anchor. I don't remember. Anyways, that's it, guys. Hit that like button. Subscribe if you want to see more. I'll see you on the next one. Take care of yourselves. Bye-bye.